What's up guys, Jcfigz here, and today we're going to review 3 of the WWF Series 1 STOMP action figures. So we'll start off with the box art. At the top it has the WWF block logo in blue. Underneath it says STOMP. Then you can see the figure in the clear bubble in the center. Below the figure is a really cool cardboard cutout, and it looks like a folder. At the top of the folder it says the name of the figure, Undertaker. Below that, World Wrestling Federation. Below that, WWF Warzone, again the WWF block logo. On the left side of Warzone it has a portrait of the Undertaker. On the right side it has a picture of the figure with all of the gear on, so you know exactly what you're getting and you know what it's going to look like. It says Series 1, and at the very bottom, special issue snap-on accessories included. Flip the box over, World Wrestling Federation at the top. Collect them all fast and get out of the way. Then there's a little description on the left hand side giving you a little backstory to the STOMP figures. And it reads, Washington DC, rumors surfaced over the internet suggesting that an elite corps of the World Wrestling Federation may be responsible for devastating anti-terrorist attacks around the world. The United States government neither denied nor confirmed that such a group exists, but sources deep inside the Pentagon provided some sketchy details. According to these sources, the government secretly handpicked wrestlers to form an underground militia to bring war criminals to justice. The World Wrestling Federation would not comment on the story, but during the period in question, as well as in recent months, some of their top wrestlers were unexplainably absent from the ring. Then it lists the wrestlers that are in Series 1. Stone Cold Steve Austin, etc. are among those suspected of being part of the Special Tactical Operations Military Police, or STOMP. Then it has pictures of everyone in Series 1. Underneath it shows the Signature Series and some of the wrestlers that are in that series. And on the bottom left it shows the WWF Raw is War Monster Ring. And on the right hand side it's a black piece of tape. I believe it was supposed to say Bone Crunching Action over there, but they covered that up on the STOMP series. And it's the exact same box on each figure: Stone Cold, The Undertaker, and Crush. The only difference is on the bottom, on the front, it shows Stone Cold, it shows Crush. It's got a portrait of each wrestler, and on the right side it shows each of them with all of their gear on. I never had these figures as a kid. I didn't even know they existed, but I can't wait to crack these open now and check them out. Now, a little history of the WWF Jcfigz STOMP series. These figures were designed by a man named Stephen Sumner. Now, Sumner thought it would be a good idea to give kids a way to play dress up with their action figures, while also essentially getting a 2-in-1 figure. At the time, G.I. Joe was really big, but Sumner was also a very big comic book nerd. He got a lot of his inspiration for these figures from comic books such as X-Force and Stormwatch. And the first WWF STOMP series was actually released in 1997. Okay, so here we go. We got them all out of the box here. Now let's start off with Crush. They each come with in-ring attire or something similar to in-ring attire. Not exactly accurate, but Crush has a white tank top on, and it is just completely painted on. You can see all of his muscles right through the shirt. It doesn't look like a layer of clothing at all, rather just white paint. He has white elbow pads, green wrist tape, green tights, brown knee pads, and black wrestling boots. And he comes with 4 accessories. Desert camo body armor, and it has his awards on there. It's got some rounds, a couple of pockets, and a name tag, though you can't read the name tag. Let's go ahead and try and put it on, and it's really easy to get on there. And he comes with a pair of boots, and these combat boots are steel-toed combat boots, and they fit on perfectly, no issue at all, and they're very snug, so they won't come off. There's no issue with that. The boots are white, and they have gold on the sides, red laces, steel toe like I mentioned before. They look pretty good, not too bad. Then he comes with a rifle, and the rifle is green, black, and silver, and it has a scope on it. There are 2 grips. You can see the trigger and you can see the magazine there. And it looks pretty decent for a 90s wrestling toy. There he is in full armor. He looks pretty awesome. I love this series. Next we have The Undertaker. The Undertaker's head doesn't look that great. Can't really tell it's The Undertaker at all. He has a black shirt, and that is also painted on. Purple elbow pads, purple knee pads, black tights, black boots. Then he comes with some red body armor. It's got a skull on it, couple of pockets, couple of rounds, name tag also with no name on there, black awards, which is interesting, a zipper, and a hook knife of some sort. He also comes with a pair of boots, red boots, and they fit on just fine there as well. Red boots has a dagger on the right and the front. It's got a couple pockets on it, and black laces. Then the weapons that The Undertaker comes with is not very military very police-like. And he comes with a super badass double-sided axe. And there's a skull in the center there. And he also comes with this staff. And on the staff is another skull. There he is with all of his armor on. He looks pretty cool too. Finally, we have Stone Cold Steve Austin. He has a black shirt as well. It says Austin 316 on the front. Black elbow pads, black wrist tape, blue tights, black knee pads, and black boots. This head sculpt does look like several other Jak's BCA figures, and he comes with tiger striped body armor. And he has rounds across his chest, and on the left side it says 316, and there's a pocket there on the right side. He comes with a pair of boots. He has a pistol on one side of his left boot. It is non-removable. And a little satchel there, and on his right boot he has a dagger, also non-removable, and a few other satchels on that side, and steel-toed, but the steel toe on this figure is gold. He also comes with a beret that has a skull on the front of it, and Stone Cold comes with two guns, one pistol. Let's see if I can get it on his hand here. You can actually fit the finger right in the trigger well, and one rifle that has a bayonet on it, and it also has a scope, and you can see the magazine. Again, these weapons are pretty detailed for a wrestling figure with guns. Mattel certainly wouldn't be able to get away with these figures today, but hey, maybe Jazwares could do it, and I would be all for it. Stone Cold all armored up just looks so awesome. I think he is my favorite of the three. Let me know which one you guys like the most in the comments below. Here's a few different Stone Cold Steve Austin figures, and you can really see the likeness between the head sculpts here. All three goatees are shaded differently, but there are a few other Stone Cold Steve Austin figures with different head sculpts as well. As we know, Jak's made a ton of Stone Cold figures in the BCA line. Here we have the STOMP Crush and the Best of 97 Crush. Both head sculpts here are similar, however the Best of 97 Crush has a nose ring and chain, as well as the tattoo or mark on his head, and of course the attire are different. And you can also tell here that the STOMP figures are much more muscular than the BCAs. The BCA figures look more smooth, and the limbs are rubbery, of course, and the STOMP figures have hard limbs because they do not have bone crunching action. And I believe these are the only two Crush figures during the BCA era. So here we have a few Undertaker comparisons, and you can see right away the difference in the head sculpts. The STOMP head sculpt does not really capture Undertaker's likeness at all. However, the BCA Undertaker figures do. The clothing on the STOMP figures are just painted right on top of the body and not layered on like the BCA figures. Undertaker's frame on the STOMP version is also much smaller than his BCA counterparts. The Jak's STOMP line should be considered a line of its own and not with the BCA collection. Let me know if you're a fan of the WWF Jak's STOMP line in the comments below. Now these WWF STOMP figures just screams 1990s wrestling. It doesn't get any more late 90s than having Attitude Era wrestlers with guns and weapons. And these WWF STOMP series figures are very cheap. You can pick most of them up for under $10. I can't wait to get my hands on the other three in Series 1 and review them for you guys. And if you need some figure accessories for your action figures, if you need some weapons, if you need figure blood, barbed wire ropes, anything like that, check out figurestoycompany.com and use code Jcfigz to save 10%. Also, if you shop at Entertainment Earth, you can save 10% there as well using code Jcfigz. Until next time, guys, peace.
Perfect.